again. Now this is another live stream, not a study with me live stream, so don't get confused here. We're not doing any studying throughout this live stream. We will be back on track tomorrow, and we just had 6 hours of studying already behind us. Now what is this then? What am I doing here, live, talking, chatting? It's new, it's different. It's not completely new, we've done it before, we've done it a couple of times actually before, but it's the first time I'm doing this in this environment, which is very plain, to some extent quite boring, but hopefully also quite nice. You can see a grey wall behind me, you know, beautiful. You can see the study planner here behind me and a couple of books, DVDs and kind of stuff. Now, I've got something to talk about, something that is really important. I would like to see the chat as well eventually, and to greet all people coming online. And because of that, I'm not gonna dive right into it. I will wait a few seconds. Nevertheless, am I live? Can you hear me? Can you see me? If it's too quiet, then feel free to tell me. I can always turn myself up a little bit. If it's loud enough, just give me a thumbs up. And and yeah. I should also probably record this and then later on upload it as an individual video. So here we are. How are you doing, everyone? Tell me all about it. If you already had a session, we're going to start it just a tiny bit. No, we are not. This is, once again, Procrastinate with me live stream, a chill and chat live stream. We're not going to study today. We are going to chat. We're going to chat about the very important things. How many steps are there? We're talking about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as far as I'm aware. Shade nice to see out the 6 steps. Exactly, we're talking about the 6 steps on how you can happiness and results in form of taking action, and why you shouldn't rely on motivation, why motivation itself is crap, and how to take action, what the difference is in between internal and external motivation, how to take action, and we're talking about momentum and how discipline can take care of you. So yeah, that's basically on our agenda today. Quite a lot, I know. How's it going, Shahid? Nice to see you out there. Shika as well. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. How are you doing? Can you hear me well? Give me a thumbs up if you can, just in the chat something, or heart, react with anything. And if you can, that would be super cool. Get some feedback. Now, once again, this is not a study with me live stream. We're not going to study here. We're going to talking about achieving something. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Here we go. The thumbs up coming in, the hearts coming in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Shall we then dive right into it? Yeah, are you interested? Are you down to listening a little bit about motivation and action and so on? Juniper's out there as well. Venkat, Claire. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is so cool. Now, as always, I have the chat inside, so feel free to always throw something in as well. I don't want to hold a monologue here. I want this to kind of be a conversation and make it a bit more engaging, because I think we can't really do that on the study with live streams too often, which is sad. Which is sad. But yeah, basically, once again, I'm going to give you 6 steps on how you can achieve anything. I cleaned this just now, and it's empty, which means we have time to to scribble on it again and to make it ugly as it was before. Woohoo! Great! Alright, everyone. Now, we have to-do lists. I'm gonna quickly write this down. First step is why motivation stinks. Okay, just gonna write this down. Why motivation stinks. My motivation stinks. That's on our agenda. And there I would like to talk about one major concept. And that would be that motivation is something that we don't have all the time. Motivation is kind of like a thing, or not really a thing, but I just imagine me to be a ball. Yeah? I want to roll, but I can't because I don't have any momentum. I have anything to keep me going. Now, motivation is basically a little tiny man here pushing me somewhere. This is motivation. Call it motivation, and this is me. Oh, motivation. Beautiful. Once again, we're making it look horrible again. And I want to move in this direction. Okay? It's the floor. Great. Now, this is someone, right? This can be a thing, this can be a YouTube video. Motivation can appear in all kinds of forms. Once again, YouTube video, a person, some inspiring words from your parents, why not? Some inspiring words from your grandparents. It can be some form of inspiring words from anyone. It can be a line in a book that you have been reading, a line in a movie that you have watched. Man, it can be outside the world and that can motivate you, yeah? Literally anything. All of those things that I just listed don't belong to you though, do they? They're out there. They're out there. Somewhere. You can't really touch them. You might be able to touch them. You can't fully take them with you and just fully consume it all the time. No, you are independent of them. You can't have a book next to you the entire time and just read through the chapter that you find so motivating. And at one point or another it gets boring. You can't just constantly listen to your parents and then just constantly repeating the word that you want to hear. You can't just constantly, you can have a post-it up the entire time that gives you some form of motivation, but after a certain period of time, motivation fades. So even though we might be super motivated right away, yeah? And, wait, here we go. And it's super cool, we're getting motivated. We eventually aren't anymore. And then we kind of reach a top, a peak, until motivation drops again. And sadly, and most often, it drops quicker than we pick up pace. So we can't rely on motivation. It's not inside of us. It's nothing that we can just constantly have. Silly thing. Except for one thing, which is not silly. And that's now the beauty of it. The beauty of this whole concept. And I am going to write over it and just make one massive A on top. One massive A on top. A. What does it stand for? Action. Taking action leads to motivation. Doing something. Have you ever noticed that? Doing something leads to motivation? You starting to work out wants you to work out even more. You starting to study wants you to study even more. You starting anything wants you to do that certain thing even more. Of course, we run into some form of walls where we just can't push behind, and always is difficult. But at the end of the day, we keep going because we started. So the initial thought should not be, how do I get motivated? It should be, how do I get started? And now this is what I want to talk about. How do we get started? We talked about particular external motivation and internal motivation. Internal motivation is just yeah, I feel so hyped, it's 12 a.m., it's 2 a.m. in the morning. Yes, it's so great. I need to go to sleep, but I don't want to. I've got energy, let's do 30 push-ups because I can, I'm strong. I don't know, let's write a paragraph or something like that. All of that is internal motivation, it's great and so on. But what really brings you forward is taking action on the actual journey that you want to take. And now, how do we take action? Once again, how do we take action? We're taking steps, small ones. The tiniest ones imaginable. So small that it becomes stupid for you to take action at all. Imagine you sit down at your desk and you need to write a paragraph. You need to write your thesis. I know that some people out there need to write their thesis right now. You need to write a book. Why not? You need to write an article. You need to do this one exercise. You need to do this one flashcard, whatever. Read something. You need to read a chapter. You need to read a book. The unit, it can be infinitively large. I don't think it's units. The measurement, it can be infinitively large. And what we have to do as individual human beings, you and I, is to break it down into a chunk that is manageable and reasonable for us. And that can go down to us sitting at our desk, and I know that itself can be a struggle. Us picking up a pen, which of course can be a struggle. Us picking up the notes, the books, everything that we need, which can be a struggle. And all, yeah, again, walls that we kind of like need to push through, or that we need to climb above. Pits that we need to climb out of. That's why the metaphors can also be endless. So, take action. Take baby steps. Break it down to the smallest, most minuscule, absolute ridiculous part that you can imagine. And that is how you get motivated. Here we go. Nice. Now I want to quickly cover the chat before we move on. Yes, I need some talk now since I changed some plans and restarted for my big exam. Good luck to you. I'm sure this would be useful and amazing stuff for my prep. 100%. I bet it's going to be totally true. Completing a specific task helps better than external motivation. 100%. Honestly, I couldn't agree more. Here we go. Hello! Hello! Lulu, welcome to the channel. Oh, welcome back. I'm not 100% sure right now. But yeah, alright, let's carry on then. If you all agree with me, that's amazing. Okay. I would like to clean this board really quick and then move on to the next step. Can I even clean this board? I should probably, because look at this. Yeah, let me quickly get some alcohol or some hand sanitizer, which I'm currently using to clean it. And it should be done in no time. This I could have prepared earlier. Didn't expect me to clean it at all. Here we go. A big whiteboard would be cooler. Oop, one blob of that. And now, all done in just a matter of seconds. Rub. Too much rubbing. Here we go. Okay, pretty much all done. Let's carry on. That would be how our regular cycle looks like, yeah? Just talked about that action leads to motivation. Okay, but most often it also does something else. We take action. I'm just gonna write that down, I hope you can read it. We take action, which ultimately, which is step one, step two, which ultimately leads to happiness. Now, that I need to explain, obviously. Happiness. How can action lead to happiness right away? You've seen that 1,000 times before. You're going on YouTube like right now and just get this dopamine boost. You're going on shorts, going to pick up chocolate, doesn't have to be social media or something. Going to pick up chocolate, going to do, I don't know, what is something that gives you instant gratification. You're going to play a video game, gives you instant gratification. All of those things that are cravings, I'd say. Of course, yeah, to some extent you can treat yourself and so on. They're all legit, it's all fine. But at one point or another, they can get quite toxic. Just looking around and looking how I am, or where I am getting this instant gratification from. And I mean, obviously here these study with Marius as well is like, absolutely couldn't agree more. Even though I really appreciate it, it's like, it's ruling out the journey towards it and just focuses on the result behind it. So happiness as a result can be quite damaging. Doesn't have to be, but can be quite damaging. Should not be the primary source of, again, motivation. Nevertheless, because of that instant, I'm just gonna call instant happiness, yeah? Instant happiness, most often, because we don't take the appropriate action that we need to, leads to regret. And that is nothing that we all want to live with, do we? We don't like, yeah, the feeling of regret, the feeling of needing to do something and then not doing it, also called procrastination. We don't like that type of feeling, do we? Nah, it's not good. Especially afterwards, it's just like, oh man, I could have done something, you know? I could have done something. But the beauty of it is, again, that after you feel regret, either you feel completely down and fall in some form of depression, or you feel motivated. Motivation. Yeah, motivation. So you take action again. Motivation action. So even though this is not positive, this might potentially be positive. But this here is now, because it has this cause here, the instant gratification, instant happiness, the instant regret. It's nothing that you can rely on again. You don't want to feel regret, do you? You don't want to feel happy. I mean, you do want to feel happy, of course, but you don't want to like be on YouTube. You don't want to procrastinate the entire time and so on. You want to get your work done and then feel eventually happy and feel motivated and so on. So that's, these 4 steps are very common, and I think the majority of us, you, me included, we're going through this every single day. Even though if we don't like to, we just need to endure it. So how do we escape this trap now? Again, let me clean this real quick. Need a bigger board, I'm not kidding. I need a bigger board if I want to keep explaining stuff on here. Get a loo roll. And always give me some form of feedback, please. Would appreciate it. Cool. Go. Boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Next time I might be doing slides or something like that. Wonderful. Okay, so please. Big fan. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, whiteboard again. We're back to the beginning. Actually, not quite, because we already talked about important things. That would be that action somehow leads to motivation. Yeah. Motivation. Cool. That's a very, very good start. And this is what we want to do. Like, we want to take action right away, not based on some form of instant gratification, but we want to take action because we chose to take action. Slides are better. I agree with you, Venkat. I agree with you. Really do. Yeah, we want to take action. Like, for example, we want to study, want to get our work done, and so on, which is all action, which makes us motivated. We talked about this at the beginning. And now, this is pretty cool. Have you ever heard of the word momentum? Yeah? Basically, when something is in motion, it's easier to keep going. It wants to stay in motion. For example, a rock. Again, we are back at the rock example, going down a hill. It's very difficult to maybe push a rock in one direction, like on a flat surface. Very difficult here. As soon as we go downhill, quite easy. Just like, let it fall, it's gonna do its thing. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And yeah. And that's basically momentum. So you pick a pace, you gain inertia, and so on, and so on, and so on. You get quicker, you get better, and so on. And because of that, you gain discipline. Doing something even if you don't want to do it, but it is necessary for you to take the step. English Pro, Master English right now, very good, very nice. If you need to take a step and you're doing it independent of if you like to or if you don't like to, that's discipline. Here we go, got it. And momentum leads to discipline. If you just keep on doing, independent of if you feel down or if you feel super high, it doesn't matter. You just keep on going because you have this form of momentum build up. That is discipline. That leads eventually to discipline. Now discipline eventually leads to results, and results and more leads to something that we've had in the earlier equation again and already. Happiness. And not happiness based on some form of silly thing that we did, like for example going through YouTube shorts and just keep scrolling. It all feels good, so that's great. It's like a, I don't know, like a drug to us. But happiness because we took action. Happiness because we did the things that we were supposed to do. And now if we're happy, and when we're happy, we immediately take more action. This is a cycle that we should be focusing on. We should be taking action, which leads to motivation, not motivation which leads to action. Motivation then leads to discipline and leads to momentum. Momentum leads to discipline. Discipline leads to results. Results leads to happiness. Now I want to point this out, even though this is not part of the overall cycle at the moment. All of those steps here should theoretically make you happy. Happiness itself should not be an end goal, because it's nothing that you can quantify. You can't say, I want to be happy. You should be happy all the time while taking action. But we for now just keep it down here as an end result. As an end result. That's difficult. As an end result. And yeah, then take action again. And with that, everyone, we're indefeatable. Alright, I just wanted to point this out as it's very important, I think, not just to me, but to students, to literally everyone who has work to do. And I bet that, maybe I don't bet, but if you have a project, it might be any project at all, and you're currently procrastinating, this is your to-go-to approach. No matter how crappy it looks right now, the meaning behind it is hopefully what you picked up on. Here we go. Nice. What do you think about this concept? Do you like it? Or do you think it's total BS? I would totally appreciate if someone gives me some form of positive or negative feedback and might be agreeing or disagreeing with me. And if you disagree with me, feel free to leave some form of comment in terms of, well, this is true, this is wrong, I mean, if you disagree with me, it's obviously wrong. And why it is wrong. That would just be interesting to know. I'm always open to improving this equation as well. I want to make it as simple as possible. We call it AMD MRH. That's a difficult one. AMD MRH. Action, motivation. Motivation to momentum, momentum to discipline, discipline to results, results to happiness. Noted, sir. Here we go. That's it. Beautifully summarized. Well done. Very nice. So next time you feel down and want to lay in bed, take the smallest action imaginable. Take baby steps. That's what it's called. Tiny little steps. So simple that it's absurd for you to take. And once again, picking up a pen, getting out of bed. Just like putting the duvet away. Not even that. Not even that. What can be something smaller than putting your duvet away from you? Putting your phone away, even that is difficult, man. At some point, at one point or another, things are going to get difficult. But the sooner you start taking action, the quicker you will end up with results. Yo, Marius, what's up? Yo, Gorath, what's up? Hello, I agree. Here you go. Thank you very much. What? Am I a scientist or student? Well, I'm currently a student. Yeah, I'm a student at the moment. I would like to be a scientist though. Pretty cool. I'm sorry but I have to leave, but I'm really enjoying with you. I'm going to see this video later. Very well. Shade, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And hopefully we see each other also tomorrow again, because tomorrow will be another Study with me live stream. Awesome, nice. So that was really important to me that I just got that out of my system. I'm going to clip this and will upload it to on YouTube again. So that, because I know that this question pops up once in a while, hey, how do I get disciplined? And how do I gain motivation? I feel really down the entire time. Like, what am I doing against this? The answer, I just showed you the answer. It's literally what Wenka wrote in the chat. Action leads to motivation, motivation leads to momentum, momentum leads to discipline, discipline leads to results, results leads to happiness. Happiness leads through action. It's an unlimited cycle. It's beautiful. The more you do, the more you will see. The more you will see, the more you do. It's pretty cool. And that's how I'm able to keep on going on a 12-hour study with 12-hour study with live stream. Sometimes, of course, I kind of just don't want to study. I don't want to stream. I don't want to do certain things. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have to. And I know I don't have to. I'm, once again, not reliant on the money that I'm making off YouTube because it's not existent. I don't know, like, I don't need to be out of bed in the morning, but I want to, because I've built up momentum, I've built up discipline, I've built up a routine, I've built up all these incredible traits, I'd say, and kind of like currently honoring myself. But I want to point out that you can do that as well. You don't need to become a Study with me live streamer, don't get me wrong about that. You can join on the everyday Study with me live stream and to take action, to lay the foundation for the better, greater future, whatever you have in mind, for better academic grades, goals. And once again, if you want to clean your room, as always, you're welcome to do that on the Study with me live stream as well. Here we go. Nice, 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 nice. Now, a bit ago, someone came online, I think it was Gotham, and they asked me when the next Q&A is going to be, when they can ask questions again. In case you have a question going on in your head right now, up there is thought about studying itself, about goals, about my life, about your life, something that we can resolve together. Even though I'm not an expert in anything, I'm actually far away from that, I might be able to give you a different point of view upon certain things that could be theoretically beneficial. So feel free to ask at any time throughout the live stream, and I'm going to answer that. How's it going, Tree? Nice to see you out there. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? So great. And now let me quickly stop this recording and start a new recording. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, all secure now. Yeah, I just like needed to start and stop the recording, as I said, because I'm clipping this video from earlier. Is the internet connection holding up? I'm doing okay. Oh, well, that's wonderful. I'm really glad that you're doing fine. Keep that going, and as always, don't just let it slip by. There will be darker times coming in, and therefore, yeah. If there's one person that you should listen to when it comes to life, probably 1,000 people that you could theoretically listen to. But Jim Rohn, I think he's dead now. Brilliant human being in terms of talking skills. There probably is a better word for that. He probably would have would have had a better word for that. So the way he communicates is quite genius. And there once was a time when it went through all social media feeds and when it comes to short form content. And I was like, wow, this man is really inspiring. And that led me to watching a couple of his lectures that are uploaded to YouTube, some of which are 3 hours long. And I took myself the time. Took out the time to actually watch a 3-hour goddamn lecture about goal setting, about how to achieve anything in general, and here we are, about discipline, momentum, action, and about a concept that I've just described as well. Hey Amy, nice to see you out there. How are you doing? And that would be the concept of sowing and reaping, and that would be in winter when we're feeling down, pretty much. So it's always a metaphor: winter, spring, summer, autumn. It's kind of like a cycle, as in the seasons, you know. And in winter, when we feel down, we need to rely on resources that we have stored up. In spring, we sow our grain, whatever it's called, and basically we take action, we build up a new habit, and so on. In summer, we reap those. What's this reap? It's a weird word, a really weird word. Those, like everything that we brought out into the world. So we achieve results. In autumn, we can see things going down, and in winter, things are not the best. And I think this concept, this metaphor, is quite genius, and it always reminds me of, you know, when things are going fine, things will just like do the best out of the moment, because things won't be forever fine. And this was way more complicated than it had to be for you to say, I'm doing okay, Tree. I will try and stream, but is it okay if I don't follow the timer sometimes? Absolutely, because whenever I get something in between, I'll join in. By the way, I'd be like, let me start from the next session. I'm terrible procrastinator. You can start whenever, you can stop whenever, and you don't need to at all listen to this timer. This timer is just a good guideline, and that's that, really. Theoretically, if you can study without the Pomodoro timer, you've already won anyways, because, I mean, best case scenario, you can study for 4 hours without a break. Now, you should not take breaks, because breaks are really beneficial and genuinely help out. Like, wow, they refresh your mind, they change your whole mindset again, and so on. So breaks are powerful. Still, we don't always have to take a break, especially if we kind of like reach the flow mode, and it's totally fine if you just carry on, really. Just go you that you're out there and, yeah, doing something. That's good. It's really good. Lays a good foundation. Spring season, yeah. Currently sowing your seeds, maybe, whatever it's called, and laying a strong foundation for when you can harvest it all. No, I don't think so. What drives you when you feel like giving up? Very good question. And I hope that it's not as deep as giving up on life, but it's giving up on projects. And because 2 words in between those things. Giving up on projects is something that I can talk about, and there's a list of reasons that we should all have in our lives. Call it reasons to keep going. So whatever you're doing, however difficult it may seem, however easy it might be, you should figure out why you want to do something in the first place. Because things won't ever, as I just explained, things won't ever stay as easy as they are. Things won't ever be as difficult as they are as well. That's kind of the good side of it. And therefore we can prepare ourselves for the more difficult times. And we're doing that by laying out a sheet of paper, like you can do that right now as I'm speaking, like writing down a couple of bullet points, a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, until we've reached a certain point that we can just say, wow, this is now the sheet of paper, all of the reasons on there are meaningful enough for me to keep going even though things are difficult. And I've got that to pretty much every single thing in my life. I don't know how many documents there are, but there are a couple, and I sadly don't have it in physical form at the moment because I keep traveling. So everything in my life is currently digitalized except my journal. But it's on my iPhone, and I would not recommend it to have it on your phone. And I can scroll through that in case of doubts. That's the first thing. Secondly, so find a list of reasons. One of the reasons is, and that I want to point out, is the deadline. And having some form of limit and an end in sight. in both ways. First of all, you libertized. You're free. You're free. Can celebrate. Hey, the struggle's over. It's great. Life's good again. That's the first thing. And secondly, if you're not going to reach that deadline, there will be events are going to happen that I don't like. Or if I'm not going to reach that deadline, there will be events going to happen which I don't like. Here we go. Same for you, of course. And if these events are worse than the struggle that I need to endure throughout the journey towards my certain goal, then it's worth it to go the path of the lesser evil, which is the more difficult path, maybe in the moment as well, but definitely also the more meaningful one. And with that, I pretty much can't give up because I've got tons of reasons, and I've got, my reasons are so strong that, because of a deadline that I have regarding pretty much all my projects as well, and that I need to do it all. I need to cover my projects, I need to get my book out, I need to do well with my business. I would like to, the YouTube thing is kind of an optional thing, but I want to, I don't know, become some form of YouTuber eventually. And therefore, I've got deadlines for it all, and it's all figured out, even though you can't fully figure it out, but it gives me a good perspective and it gives me a reason to get out of bed in the morning. And there's, I can't give up. If I would be giving up, I could not bear the pain of giving up. So I prefer the pain of enduring. I mean, giving up on a project. There you go. Good. Because giving up on life is worse. Way worse. I will join stream. Here we go. I think I'm already in some dark times, not gonna lie. I'm just going through it. I'm going through it really, therefore. Okay. Damn tree. Come on. Tough one. That's a tough one. If you're already down there, I mean, as always, you know that yourself. Physical exercise is directly correlated to your state of mind. It's a link that's pretty much impossible to tear apart. So if you're feeling down, that could be because of your physical health, because you don't feel so good in your body. Hence, go work out, for example. Do some sports and dress yourself nicely. Do something that makes you feel good in your body. Take care of your emotions as well. Talk to people. Talk to people. They're so great. I'm not a people type of person, and there are not many people I want to talk to. To be honest, there's one human being in my life that I want to really talk to and open up about everything, which would be my girlfriend. But otherwise, you might have your parents, and I have my parents, which I can talk to as well. I've got a brother. You might have siblings, which you could potentially talk to as well. Not my brother, please, but and your siblings. And so on. There are tons and tons and tons of people out there, classmates, friends, colleagues, and so on. The list could theoretically be endless because there's so many people out there on planet Earth. Discord community. Yeah. If you can't talk to anyone, then talk to the Discord community. Why not? That's why we got Discord as well. And genuinely, based on your experience, can you say you got this? Based on my experience, I mean, I don't know what you can go through or what you're going through, but I'm pretty sure you got this. And just imagine that you are the most talented human being on planet Earth, and there are people who are less talented than you who managed to endure what you just went through. So you got this. You got this. There are data points in the past where people have done it before, with worse circumstances and worse odds. You might not know them, but the stories could potentially be out there. Read some books, self-help books, why not? read some articles, and so on. But once again, the list of things that you could theoretically do to improve your overall state of mind is also pretty much endless. But you can start, or I would personally start, with physical exercise, and it doesn't need to be at the gym. It can also be a walk, smelling some fresh air. All of that genuinely could be helpful. Here you go. How to manage fear of failure, setbacks, and criticism. That's a good one, and I would like to let's go through it one by one. Failure. Failure is inevitable, and because of that we should appreciate it, because they are, again, I just used the word data points, and I really like data points, the word, because every project in our life that we take up are nothing but a bunch of data points that we then collect and can learn the lesson from, and we can like draw a line throughout it, and hopefully there's an incline. So you say, hey, this is just another chapter in my life. I'm gonna mark this as a very hurtful or difficult part. This project didn't go as well as it was supposed to. I mark this as a very difficult part of it, of my life, of this period of time that I'm currently going through. It's there. I look at it critically, and critically is very difficult if you're going through difficult parts again through your life. Sadly, but theoretically we should be able to do that, and we surely can do that as well, no matter how difficult it may be. We should look at something critically and ask ourselves, hey, what did I do wrong? How can I improve? What lessons there behind it? How was I mistreated? And this whole how was I mistreated thing is criticism, for example, and you should never listen in any way, positively or negatively, on to other people. Never. And never is quite a big word, like truly a big word, and it includes pretty much all people, like 99.99999% of humankind. And that means all the successful people, because no one is living your life. It could not mean therapists, just to let you know, because they have a very deep impact in your life and actually have some knowledge on it. But I, for example, have a handful of people that I trust enough that I can go through, and that I can go to and can go through all my problems with them. Like, for example, girlfriend, just in general, partner, family, friends, and so on. And those people I trust, and they give me the insights and necessary tools that I need to keep on going. And those voices I listen to, but I listen to them critically. I also ask myself, hey, is this not total BS that you're talking about? Do you actually want to help me, or do you want me to have go the way that you planned out for me, for the sake of you feeling better? That's, for example, grandparents or parents are quite good examples for that. They often have a certain concept, a certain life in their mind, and want you to live that. Yeah. And if you don't aren't going along that way, they're just like rude and be like, hey, yo, this is not right. You're supposed to go my way, and my way is the right way. And it's not the right way, actually. But it's difficult to argue that. Here you go. Now let me quickly check something, because... Okay. Perfect. Okay, all good. Then, dogs outside, barking. And sorry, got it. Oh no, leaving us. Okay. Yes, Marius, and I get up. Here we go. Thank you, that was helpful. Thank you so much. It's gonna save me many days. Gym is just a place to be saved at. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. Even though I'm not going to the gym, I am gymming. I've got like a bunch of weights, I've got a bunch of things, and I prefer body weight workouts, and which I can just do everywhere, because I'm often commuting in between countries, and therefore I just constantly, I can do something with my body. I don't need to go to the gym. I don't need to have 1,000 gym memberships, wherever. and that's pretty cool. So I prefer that, of course, everyone to themselves and can have whatever kind of type of workout they want to choose. Go choose it. Just work out. You're the healthiest physique I've ever been my whole life, I think. That's awesome. That's absolutely super incredible. Go you. That's amazing. Keep on going as well. The healthiest. That's not, you didn't say like best physique. You said healthiest physique, which is even better, because that means that your body is just good. That's amazing. That's so great. Or better at least than it was before. It doesn't have to be good, but like better than it was before. So cool. So happy for you. Absolutely, this good community if nobody else is there. So supportive. I agree with you. It's crazy how like the Study With Me community, this and the discourse that we built behind it, actually is for once a social place in the world of social media, which has forgotten to be social in the first place. Crazy. I don't like gym, to be honest. I prefer other sports though. And that's fine. Just any form of physical exercise can help you getting out of there and into your body. And it's kind of like the same like with journaling. Journaling doesn't help you with your body, but it helps you with your mind in getting clearance and so on, or getting clearance. I need to rewatch this live. Very interesting topic. I agree. Let's go. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, amazing. How's it going, Hackerspot, by the way? Nice to see you out there. Keith Marius, thank you so much. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Time out in nature is the most helpful for me. Yeah, I agree. Just, I mean, we're constantly sitting here. I've done a 6-hour study live stream yesterday. The day before I did 12 hours study live stream. So I haven't seen much of planet Earth in the past few days. And just getting a form of social media detox, a form of work detox, a form of study detox works wonders. It changes your whole perspective about, hey, what I'm doing is not as important as I thought it would be. It is still important, but it's not as important, because in comparison to the whole size of planet Earth, you're just a tiny little person who pretends to be the most important thing upon all these amazing tiny little things who think that they are super important. It's crazy. It's pretty cool as well. Balance and perspective is so important. I agree with you. Yes. Once again, if there's a balance, then I don't believe in work-life balance fully. I think that you should have a life balance in form of you should know that there is time for you to work out, for you to take care of your health, in terms of physical health, mental health, and emotional health. There's time for you to work. There's time for you to feel free. There's time for you to love someone, to be loved, and to be spreading love to strangers and being just a gentle human being, as well as there's time to acquire knowledge and feel happy without any reason. Got it all. Made a list I quantified life, or my life, I didn't know my life, but I think it's partly can be generalized into 7 aspects, and that would be health, wealth, love, personality, freedom, happiness, and knowledge. Knowledge kind of detached, because you need knowledge for those 5 things anyways, to do anything in those 5 things. But you can also acquire knowledge without taking care of the other 5 things. You can be happy, which is a result of all the other 6 things, as well as you can be happy as just randomness. You know, you can buy your favorite. Yeah, you can eat chocolate. Chocolate makes you happy. Yeah, it's not healthy. It's not beneficial for your health in any way. But hair makes you happy, right? So we buy chocolate. I agree. Tiny little poor person still. Yeah, and that's fine. That's great. That's awesome. I mean, it's better to be a tiny little important person than to be, I don't know, big, no important person. I don't know. Just be you. That's what matters. Just be you. That's how I go through life. It's like I just want to be me. I don't care about like what you're telling me. I don't care what you're telling me. I don't care what anyone is telling me. I just want to be me. I want to do the things that I want to do. And of course, this is very, very like what's it called? I wouldn't, yeah, special, but of course special. There's a fancy word for that which I have forgotten. A word for that place that I'm currently in, and therefore I'm definitely grateful for that. And I think just the mindset of like just having that mindset is quite an important part and makes everything more easier. Here we go. That was fun. That was great. Let me quickly check how long we've got left. 51 minutes. Awesome. Nice. Once again, I'm currently I'm currently recording it, and theoretically be uploading it in terms of clips, in terms of videos, in terms of anything. And well, so in case you missed something, like for example the important beginning where we talked about action, motivation, discipline, momentum, results, happiness, and all kinds of things, then feel free to watch it eventually. We'll get right to editing, not as soon as the live stream is over, but as soon as I don't know when. I never have time, man. I'm constantly working, but I never have time, which is crazy. Whatever, I'll upload it eventually. Don't you worry. Don't you worry at all. Thank you. You're welcome. All right then, everyone. Anything else you have on your mind? Any other question? I can go through the chat very quick. Maybe I missed something. Need to rewatch this live. Very interesting topic. Time, modern nature. Also the Discord community. Healthiest physique. Awesome. Gym has saved my life many days. Gym is amazing once again. Sorry bro, gotta go somewhere right now. It's a shame, but I accept. I think I'm alright. Dark times drives you when you feel like it. Here we go. I think I got it. Nice. Fear, yeah. Always been productive, but not enough to do all the stuff I want to do. Yeah. It's crazy, but yeah, it really is crazy, isn't it? And the thing is, sacrifice is such a like big thing that is so annoying. We all have to do it. Like we can't just get good at a handful, if even a handful of things in our life. It's silly. I want to learn the violin, piano. I can't do either, just saying be good at chess. I want to play my favorite video games and be really good at that as well. I want to have studied 15 different languages because why not? Let's carry on. Let's go ahead and start a business, not just one business, but 2 businesses. I want to write not 1, but 20 books. And because I have ideas for 20 books and so on. There is an unlimited amount of things that I want to do, but not an unlimited amount of time that I have. So I really need to sort it out and figure out what I actually want and then put 100% of my effort into those certain things. And that's what sacrifice is like. That sometimes can hurt and can lead to potential regrets because the path that you chose might not be the path that is right for you. But you can't know that because you have not, or you didn't go that path yet. Annoying. Thank you, Marius. Thank you, Shika. Like the inner one and the outer one, both English and Italian. What do you mean? Wait. Here we go. Oh, you did talk about the 2 types of things. Yeah, exactly. Inner one, outer one. Here we go. Got it. Better than not trying. Definitely. That's true. But you know what? If you I swear to God, if there's one thing to pick up from Star Wars, and you might have watched Star Wars, you might not have Star Wars, it's like Yoda's one line, and there'll be do or do not, there's no try. Such a important thing. It doesn't say that you should not You should not try something new. It just says that you should commit yourself to something when you want to do something with 100% of your power to eventually get the biggest result of it that you could imagine. That is pretty cool. And if you have too many things going on, you are literally trying to balance it all. You try to juggle 5 things at the same time. But what if one ball drops, the whole game is over? You're gonna drop it all. It's often the case, like, ooh, accidentally dropped it all. Oh, gosh, why not drop it all? Yeah. So if one thing can disrupt you, imagine having 1,000 things and one thing can disrupt you. Disrupt you, you can't speak English. Disrupt you. Italy. Disrupt you. And then you just lose it all. Or you won't gain any progress with anything at all in the first place because you have too much going on. Like, you can just go just like you need to walk a kilometer or mile, whatever, doesn't matter the distance, and you can just go 1 meter or 1 yard or whatever the distance. And then you have 1,000 projects, and all, like, with all those projects you need to go a mile, a kilometer, or whatever the distance, and you can just go this 1 unit forward. You need to go this 1 unit forward with all the different little other things that you have going on. And that is all time consuming. So, instead of like having 1,000 things or 10 things, just have a single thing, and with that you progress the quickest. And you can go not 1 meter or 1 yard or 1 centimeter or any unit, any distance or whatever you want to use, can go as fast as you want, pretty much. I get your point. That's not trying. I get you. You want to do it all. You want to do it all. I want to do it all. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Sadly. Too many interests, too many cool things. Like, just have you ever like had this catalog in front of you of places to visit or hotels to book or trips to take and so on? Yeah. Know what I'm on about? Yeah, I went through that. It all looks pretty and beautiful. Now try to go to all those places that are pretty and beautiful. Good luck. Impossible. Even though you might want to visit all the beautiful places on planet Earth, but there are just too many. There are too many good outcomes from a single action. There are too many. So imagine how many good outcomes there are from 1,000 actions. It's just so much. So much. Gosh. Right, I need to check the timer. Very well. Good. Nice. Did you enjoy this? I really like these conversations here, and I genuinely hope we can do them more often. And narrowing things down is definitely not the hard, definitely the hard part. Yeah, to be honest, I get you. Really, I grew up in a family with ADHD-less. That's what we call them. ADHD-less. So not everyone, but like one side of the family, most of them have ADHD, and therefore I get the part with like having 1,000 projects going on. I currently am juggling four balls at the same time. That would be writing, publishing a book, studying physics, doing my business thing, and YouTube as well. And all of those are full-time jobs, but I'm still trying to hold it up. It's a lot, and at one point or another, I need to drop one of those balls, one of those figurative balls. Balls is a weird word at this point now. I keep saying it, and it's like the more I say it, the weirder it gets. One of those things, and just let loose of it. I totally get you. We talked about music earlier, didn't we? And it's the same there as well. For us to keep going, it's better to have, like, like, discipline would be, we talked about that earlier, didn't we? Discipline would be to do something even though you don't want to do it, right? Now, we often not walk against walls, but we often get to a point where we just can't continue, right? Like for example, I don't know, you might have, you might not find the sea glass that you want to find, and not the prettiest one, so you can't sell it. Okay, problem. You have a lot of demand, very little material, very little resources to make it with. So problem, demand, can't distribute it. All right, what now? Okay, you can either drop it, or you can go out again, like drop the business, not just the business, but you can drop the whole plan about like building up your brand. You can, or you go out again and keep on looking at a different beach, for example, or create your own sea glass. So there are solutions to it, even though they might be difficult. And why am I saying this right now? Because lots of things are difficult to juggle than just one thing at all. Here you go. Lots of talking. Whew. Whew. Once again, did you enjoy this? You enjoying this? How many people are watching right now? 9 people are watching. Alright, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Perfect. That was like decent. Yeah, right. Perfect. All good. Analytics looking fine. Any advice when you have less time to work on your goals? Yeah, just, I mean, no matter how... Okay, a goal itself is theoretically... Now, I've got 2 approaches to this, okay? First of all, I think goals are the most important parts that we could have as an individual human being. Secondly, goals are the silliest thing to have as an individual human being. Those kind of like clash against one another, don't they? It doesn't get along. But in this particular case, you should not rely on goals at all. Now let me quickly let the neighbor go past. Okay, one sec. Okay, I think I'm good, but I'm not sure. And it's James' clear approach to goal setting, and that would be, instead of setting goals, set patterns, create patterns for yourself. Like for example, instead of saying I'm going to be doing 50 push-ups, try to find a pattern of how you can do more push-ups, which can eventually lead to 50, but it kind of caps at 50 then, yeah? So it's your ultimate goal is 50 and not beyond 50, even though there would be room for more above it. So don't focus on your goal in that particular case, or break it down to the bare minimum, see how much you can do, and this is your new goal. That can also be the case. Like, how much can you do? And instead of having like this, I want to be a millionaire, how about you want to earn have a bit more money in your bank account, instead of saying, I want to have this certain number in my bank. You think you missed the whole life. Once again, I'm going to be uploading it, so don't you worry, you can rewatch it. Let's go. But nice to see you out there. I should go to uni in person, but it would take 6 hours of public transportation total. So I stay online, though I'd like to go in person in uni, but would lose too much time. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Genuinely. That is fair enough. Time is your most valuable and precious thing that you can have, because it's the only thing that truly just belongs to us, as long as we still have it. It isn't something that we can like spend, but we can trade time for actions, for money, for whatever. And you need to evaluate if the action is, or you should evaluate the return. We talked about return on investment earlier. The ROI, the return on investment on your particular action, is higher than what the initial investment was, or if it's lower than that. If it's lower than that, you should most likely, sit back and not invest that period of time, in that case, in that certain action. If it's higher than that, then it might be worth it to take the approach to go to uni. But yeah, once again, I don't think in your particular case it makes a lot of sense, because 6 hours I don't know your circumstances, of course, but 6 hours is a long period of time. That's a long time, genuinely. Can you suggest how to work consistently without any distraction? Limit your distractions. And that's the first thing. And distractions are everywhere, and everything can be a distraction, so you can't limit it all. Okay, you need to be more disciplined instead of focusing on your distractions. So a pen here, for example, I can just like swirl it around. Ooh, it's very slow swirl because I'm not like the best pen throw person or whatever, juggling person. But it's there, I can play with it, therefore it's a distraction. Now I need to get rid of it. Of course I can't get rid of it because I need this pen. So everything in your life, can be your fingers, can be something that's attached to you, like your cheeks, a distraction. Oh gosh, this is gonna be online for all time now, great. Yeah, so you can't limit it all, you need to be more disciplined. Don't focus on the distraction itself, focus on the action of doing so and find patterns of how you can be less distracted and be more take more action. Hope that's helpful, to be honest. Suggest how to work consistently. As well as, maybe that's also an important note, I'm once in a while repeating myself there, but it's still important. That would be that distraction itself does not exist. All your focus is somewhere. It might not be on the thing that you wanted to be on, but it's somewhere. So distraction is just taking your focus from one point to another point. Yeah, and discipline is now to take it back. Even though the other thing might be more interesting and better and cooler. Any motivating words for start of month, 4 months left, 2024? Ooh, that's a tough one. Motivating words. Well, as always, yeah, why not? We've got 4 months left in the year. And whatever you've got going on, I know you got this. Put in the work and be super patient with yourself. And just make it happen. Good luck to you all. Is that good? Hi everyone, nice to see you, Liz. Hello. What a timing again. What a timing. Here you go. Now? Shall we wrap it up? I think we need to. And you know my words here. Might have heard them before. That would be I truly, highly, and absolutely appreciate your being and you coming online on the Study With Me live streams, as well as today on an additional Chill and Chat live stream. I genuinely, a distraction once again, I genuinely enjoyed this and want to do this more often. If you would like to see it more often, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to leave a critical review, 5 stars out of 5, 4 stars out of 5, 1 star out of 5 in the comment section when the stream is over. Feel free to write it in the chat right now, and I'm going to read that. Thanks a lot for being here, and we see each other to the left. Oh, yeah, I know, right? That time is flying by. It's crazy. It's good. Yeah, and see you all tomorrow for another Study With Me live stream. Good luck, everyone. All the best. Wait, I need to do it like that. Bye bye.